Hi everyone, welcome back to our Facebook Live this week. Sorry we're a few minutes late, but it's worth waiting for because we're delighted to be joined by Trudy, who is a hairdresser, she's an entrepreneur, she's a tech whiz, she set up Raven app and she knows all about hairstyles. So we'll talk to her a bit about Raven app in a minute, but the point of this evening's Facebook Live is that Trudy is going to show us how to do the perfect hairstyle for a Christmas party. So we all can't wait for that. Trudy, thanks so much for joining us.
Hi, everybody.
So, Trudy, maybe before we get stuck into seeing what you're going to do on the style, you started off life as a hairdresser and then you kind of went took a little journey sideways and set up Raven app. So for people who don't know, Raven app is something that people it's obviously an app, but you on your phone you can get makeup appointments, hair appointments, your tan, your nails, whatever it is you need. You have all the people who can do that on this app, and then you can get all those services done instead of having to trek out in these dark evenings. You can get those delivered right to your house and get beautified in your own home.
Completely. I want to do safe, trusted, that could go, not worry about finding someone on the internet, but they know that this is the platform that, everyone's been tested, everybody is top of their game, and they didn't have to worry about anything, So that was my idea behind it. Just came out of working in the industry for so long and understanding that women just wanted things when they want them, and things are changing, especially over the last few years. They've been changing and changing. I spent a little bit of time in hospital myself, and when I was in there, I couldn't get anyone to drop in and just wash my hair, never mind anything else, just to feel clean. So it's no service to accommodate that.
Yeah,
I thought a bit more, and as I was thinking about it, technology was changing and all of that kind of stuff. So I just kind of merged the two of them together over time, and it's worked, and it took about 8 months to kick off, but once it did, it's just going up and up. So it's been really, really a learning curve all around, but getting there.
And that's really, just for people who might not know, that's Trudy's really given the easy, simplified version of her whole that background. When she mentioned she was in hospital, she was sick for a long time and really had to work hard and taught herself how to code, had to figure loads of things out. And there's your stories up on YouTube, and there's loads of articles about it. So if anybody is interested or wants to have a little nosy, definitely go and Google it, because it's just most yeah. And Trudy, before you set up Raven, you were a hairdresser straight from school, so your background is hairdressing, and you worked in top, you had the most glamorous life, going to fashion shows and working on all the best hair dressers and living
totally by accident, or just coasting basically, which is probably now obviously I worked really, really hard, but I left school when I was very young. I had no junior cert. I'd no education whatsoever, and my mum kicked me in the arse and basically said, "You're not going to hang around the house. You need to work." So my aunt was a hairdresser, and I did the laziest thing and just asked her for a job. I didn't even want to be a hairdresser really, but I fell in love with it after a year, and I just really worked hard, and I ended up in Jamily into a really good place, and I didn't really even know it at the time. And from there, I just flew. So yeah, I've been working in some really top salons, but it's given me. It's not to say that I didn't work hard when I was in those salons, really, really difficult jobs, but at the same time, gave me a huge opportunity to travel and turn a job that's usually known as a lowly paid job or just a 9-to-5 into a career.
Yeah,
really enjoyed. Yeah, can't imagine doing anything else now.
Well, it's brilliant because you have you're doing all sides of the business. You're actually doing hair and you're doing running Raven as a business as well. So you've a whole kind of rounded perspective on the industry.
Yeah, if I'm honest, into the second year, I used to go to a lot of these business women courses, and everyone was saying you need to move off your business and get and start working on your business. Sorry guys, dropping things. So I didn't. I did it for a while, and I just stuck slowly with the business side. But as a creative, I was really unhappy. So now I've got the nice balance of doing both. So I keep out and about in the morning times doing some hair, and then in the afternoons I'm into the business side of it. So I don't feel like I'm totally trapped by the spreadsheets and
yeah. And I should say that anybody, like, if you know, I'm sure you're going to enjoy what Trudy's going to show us now, but if you're looking for other hairstyles or other ideas, make sure you follow Raven on Instagram. Trudy, like, they're my favorite stories to watch all the time. She does, like, you know, a few quick stories, and she makes it look so easy, but and how to, you know, do styles and loads of different varieties, and they're all saved in your highlights. So if people want to go and get other ideas or see other styles that you've done, that's the place to check them out.
Yeah, I had a lot of clients that just don't have any time. Basically, that was the reason I set it up anyway. But I have a lot of clients that have like young babies, and they just want like really quick like tips on how to do hair. Now, I know some of the things that I do, people may not do them, but they might pick up some tips about, you know, some brushes or some spray or something that they didn't realize would work on frizzy hair or something along the way, or even one little thing from a story. So I'm enjoying that, and I'm getting good feedback from it. So the difference here is now I'm going to be talking while I'm doing it. I've never done that. If anyone watches the stories, I usually like do it really silently, and I get
music on, and like you feel like you're going out.
Yeah, I'm dancing, and like I feel like I'm just doing it to myself. So this is a little bit different.
Yeah, well, I'll be asking loads of questions as we go through, and if whoever's watching, if you have any questions while we're going either, like, just I'll keep an eye in the comments, throw them out to us, and we'll answer them as we go along.
Okay.
Well, we get started, Trudy.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
I left my hair kind of like this today because I wanted to show you guys a look that, I mean, it's this time of year that we go from the office or from work straight into going for something to eat. And usually by the end of the day, you probably look like this. And we probably don't have our hands on any sort of heated appliance or anything else, but it's just a few little things in your bag. I'm going to show you what I'm going to use.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm just going to change the screen around while you do that so people can see. There we go. So people can see you better.
Yeah. So I get these little bands. I'm sure it's going to change in a while, but I get them from Primark. I used to get them from suppliers, but they're exactly the same Primark and half the price. So, I mean, they're amazing. You get a big bag of them for like €1.
And they're the really thin ones, Trudy, are they, that you had there?
You don't see them in your hair, and they just hold everything together without you having to do anything. And
okay.
Guys, just if you ever seen white tooth yogis, joking chicken.
Yeah.
A couple of these. Now I've got them in blonde. You can get them in blonde, and everybody has these at home. Like, come on. I use them blonde because sometimes my hair is blonde. Sometimes underneath it's not so blonde out. If I'm not. Okay. So, and also every one of my stories, you'll see me using one of these.
Yes.
Everyone hears me banging on about this. So I started using these in New York years ago, and they're natural bristles, and they're really good for your hair. And the reason I use them is for that reason. They're really good for your hair. But when you're doing a ponytail or you're doing any sort of style, and you get those lumpy bits, like lumpy, this will smoothen everything out, and it protects your hair, and it really good for extensions as well, because like everyone has extensions.
Okay.
And I love them so much I started to stock them. The other thing I'm loving at the moment is Doo.Over. I'm just showing you what I'm using, so if you guys are so has anyone used Kevin Murphy? I'm sure you have. It's
yeah. Well, what was that, like a hairspray, or what's that one that you have?
Both. So this is like a hairspray / dry shampoo, so it gives you that dry texture.
Okay.
So it's not like just wet spray. It's like a cool, like, texturish vibe. It gives a bit of grit.
Okay.
I'm going to use the tiniest bit of ribbon because it's party season. Okay.
Yeah.
So here we go.
Okay.
Because usually I'm standing up when I do these things, so I have to sit down because I'm actually using my laptop instead of my phone this time. So my hair is crap, as you can see, and I have like really fine hair, and I'm sure other people can relate to that.
Yeah.
I'm going to do this hairstyle in literally three sections.
Okay.
Top section, we're going to start here from the crown. Okay. So pretty much here, maybe 2 inches back. No,
yeah.
While I'm doing it, guys, but for now, I just want to show you. I'm going to show you proper back comb. Now, I do this all the time in my stories, but just so you can see, I'll turn to the side.
Yeah.
Hold it up quite tight and forward a little.
Oh, okay.
Down from the root up, not the other way around. And your hair should kind of stand up if you've done it right.
So you're back coming up the way, not down the way?
No, still down.
Oh, but start at the root.
Quite close to the root. So you don't have to go all the way to the end. I see a lot of people starting up here.
Yeah.
Don't do that. You don't have to do that. Just go from the root once you get those little bits in, that should stay for you.
Okay.
I'm going to give it another little one. So as you can see, it's just 2 sections.
Yep.
Pushing it back. So the other thing I see people do, kind of, it's not wrong because nothing is wrong with hair, but I feel like it's better when you spray under the back comb, okay?
Okay.
And then comb over, because once you comb and just spray or anything in it, you can see you're going to leave that.
Okay.
Okay, so we're going to put, usually you'll see hairdressers using pins to pin this into place. But
yeah,
when you're doing it at home, you can do it with a bobble. Turn around. Tell me if you can't see me.
No, we can see it perfectly.
Yeah. So we just need a bobbin there.
Okay.
We're going to cover it up, so don't worry. And you can pull it out. Second section we're going to do is diagonal from here to here.
Okay.
See this? So from here down into the center.
Yeah.
Perfect. And then we're going to tie this into a ponytail.
So you've taken the section that you put that we backcombed and put into a ponytail, and you've pulled that over to join one of the other sections.
Yes.
Okay.
No. I'm going to put this in this here now, just to hold the bobble in place.
Yep.
So we're pulling this away, the diagonal section that we've done.
Yep.
We're going to clip this away. And the rest, we're going to put into a ponytail.
Okay. Okay. So I'm thinking so far, I could give this a try tomorrow.
Absolutely easy. So 60s hair is going to be kind of big for next year as well.
Yeah.
A nod to the 60s, not like...
not crazy.
So I'm going to put a little bobbin in here. Easy, right?
Yeah.
And you can leave all of this out and bring it back. So leave it out until you decide. That's the best thing to do. Now, this last section, I'll show you what I've done.
Yeah.
Still give it a back comb. Because it just, what that does is it's going to give you a little bit of, stability, a little bit of sponginess.
Okay.
And spray from behind. So you back comb this a little bit.
Yeah.
And then we're going to bring this around. Before we do that, to make it easy for you, well, you've back combed 2 inches down from here to here. Maybe
yeah.
Depend on the length of your hair. And I'm going to bobbin it halfway. Now, I can usually do this without the bobbin. For people at home, so much easier because it gives you something to stick.
Yeah.
What we're going to do is bring this over ponytail and wrap it around.
Okay.
All right. Use these.
Yep.
Now, guys, I have no mirror, so I'm going to have to...
It's looking fab so far, Trudy, don't worry.
This is strange to my usual. Okay. So you can see I've only used 3 little sections there.
Yeah.
I'm going to turn around and show you now. What we're going to do first is back on the fringe.
Okay.
Back on it together, even if you've got a parting, and then bring it over to the side.
Okay.
Now, and once it's back on again, always spray underneath, because then the top looks nice and smooth.
That looks fab already. It's so shaped around your face.
Now, hang on. So we still need these wide pins. Always use either the wide ones or the color of your hair. These ones. I've got blonde, so obviously I'm going to use these. They come in all the colors. These even come in pink. So a lot of people have pink hair now. So keep using the pink ones if you got the pink. So you can see that I've wrapped that around now coming over.
Yeah.
And what I'm going to do to my ponytail Now, obviously, if you have one of those fancy salons in town that has, or fancy places to work in town that I've seen, and we work at a lot that already have the heated appliance, you can give this a little bit of a bend with
Okay.
your tongs, and this a little bit of bend. Well, I'm talking about people that are running from one A to B.
Yeah.
Now,
In the bathroom at work, trying to get yourself gorgeous.
and then I'm just going to put a little ribbon, tie it all together. Go over and back to keep it in because ribbons are slippery.
Okay.
And bows, ribbons, accessories, pins, clips, any sort of hair jewelry is going to be huge next year. You're going to want it. You're going to be wearing it. Don't even think you won't be. It'll be like the skinny jean of yesteryear. So I'm just going to spin around and show you the back.
Yeah. Oh, that's gorgeous.
You still got your body, so pull it out and let it be wispy. And then pin a little bit more in here.
Okay.
But you don't need much.
Oh, that's Trudy, that is just stunning. It's fab.
Oh, perfect. You don't need much, and then you're ready to go. And then great, guys, when you've got like to touch your hair. I always find that people, when they're tonguing their hair, when they're straightening, when they're doing anything afterwards, they're afraid to touch and pull. And I always say in all my stories, don't be afraid. Get in, because you can always go back and, you know, fix it if it's anything wrong with ugly hair.
Yeah.
Obviously, I would tell people to be cautious of is gel. Like, obviously, gel is another kettle of fish. I mean, you have to be certain that's where it's going and that's where you're going to keep it. But
yeah.
Play with it, pull it. Like, I still like to pull down pieces and play around. And if I'm finding, like, a lot of people like height, you can just get in there with a pin or a clip and stretch it out. Don't be afraid to stretch your hair out. I mean, if something comes out that's not meant to, just pin it back in. It's so nice to have imperfection in your hair.
I was going to say, it being a little bit undone nearly makes it look better, doesn't it? Or a bit cooler or something.
Yeah, it's just that effortless, lovely. I really, when I started hairdressing, used to love very like precision and perfection, and everything had to be perfect. And
yeah,
that's my ego getting in the way. Really, at the time, I would have loved. She doesn't look right going out the door, but it has to move. Hair has to move, and it has to look like it's part of you, not that it's wearing you. So,
yeah.
I've got to love more editorial type hair now as time has gone on. So yeah, that's just don't be afraid to touch and feel and pull it and play with your hair. And you'll find like over the years, with your face changing and the colours and everything else, that you will want softer looks. So
Yeah.
have a Monday or a Tuesday playing around with your hair, and by the weekend, you're like,
yeah. And you didn't need many things at all for that, Trudy. You had the brush, the like hairspray or like dry shampoo.
I think everybody has this in their desk anyway. I mean, not this particular, maybe, because I love all of them. If you watch any of my like most dry shampoos are really good. I love this, and I love L'Oreal Paris. I love L'Oreal Paris, and they're not expensive. So if you're going for top of the range, you can go for this. Let's face it, these are expensive. They're about 30 euros. The L'Oreal Paris one's just as good. There's a range that I'm absolutely in love with at the moment called Stylista.
Okay.
Have you seen it? It's like, there's about 5 in the range. One is for, I think it's for braiding and blow drying and different things. Now, there's some that I don't like as much.
Okay.
The dry shampoo, it's yellow, guys. If you're in Boots or if you're in Dunn's, it's yellow. It's a bit fibre. It smells delicious, and it is amazing. So it's both ends of the range or the spectrum. You know, if you're feeling a bit flushed, hello. But if you're like, the other one is amazing too. So that's my number one take. I'd always have dry shampoo everywhere, because not only for those greasy days, it's for that bit of texture as well if you need it.
Yeah, and it means that you don't wash your hair as often. Like, that's only a good thing, right?
Yeah, but I don't know about you, but even when I wash my hair, I have that hair. I mean, it's fine, but it's also really soft, so it can look. It can kind of give you that little bit of a push. So yeah, it's my like hero product. I love a bit of dry shampoo.
Trudy, this is kind of related but kind of different. I saw on your stories earlier this week that people were asking you questions for tips for greasy hair, and you had a tip up about putting shampoo into your hair and like massaging it around your hair, or whatever, before you like wet your hair, and then to go and wash it.
We call it a pre-wash. Sometimes people find, so there's two reasons for doing a pre-wash, and people might use that when. Sorry about the mess of my bedroom, guys. You can see the mess there. But pre-wash is for people who've had build-up on their hair. I don't know if you've ever had that before, but you know when you've used shampoo that maybe had too much on it.
Yeah.
Hairspray. And then you feel like you've washed your hair and then it's not actually washed. You know that feeling? It's still there. So that's a good idea to do a pre-wash. But sometimes people just naturally have over-sebaceous glands, you know, and the hair just is oily, and that's just the way it is. So yeah, I think a pre-wash works for both of those things. So you just, when you're just before you're getting into the shower, I don't know what kind of prep people do before they get in the shower, but just with dry hair, lather in your hands first and into your hair. Now obviously it won't lather, but you'll just get it right into the root. And if you have, like, just bring it through to the ends. They don't rub, but just like bring it down.
Okay.
And wash as normal. Brilliant for that. Either of those things. So build up or just naturally oily hair.
And then
so yeah.
Would you do a second like shampoo then, or are you done?
Absolutely. Oh, absolutely. Once you get in the shower, wash as normal. So get out and then do your shampoo. Oily hair, I would wash. Don't be like, I think the problem with the oily hair is that people think, oh, it needs a good scrub, it's dirty. But actually it's not. It's your body's just working overtime. So if you just get in and give it a nice light wash, one in and out, like quickly.
Okay.
Hair all the time anyway. You know, it's too much. You don't have to be at it the whole time. Just a nice quick one. I know shampoo companies would love you, product companies would love you to wash your hair twice. They give it the double, but it's only product sales. You know, you can just do one shampoo.
Okay, perfect. Brilliant. Trudy, thanks so much for that. I'm definitely going to be practicing this for the weekend, and I hope loads of people are as well. So like it looks lovely. No, but like you made it look like we can all give it a try. It's not too hard. It's quick and fab. So what more would you want?
Brilliant.
And to remind
questions you ask me as well, like anytime.
Yeah, I'll keep an eye on the comments, and if any come up, I'll pass them on to you. And to remind everybody, if they're looking for their appointments for your hair, makeup, tan, nails, whatever, hop onto Raven, get it done in the comfort of your home, and you'll be laughing for Christmas. And I will link. I'll link the brush, the Boar Bristle brush that Trudy used, because she has it on her website, and there's loads of other great products there as well, fab face masks and I don't know, all different things. So if people want to have a look at those, go and check out Raven. Yeah. So brilliant. Thanks everybody for joining us. We'll have loads more updates over the next 2 weeks. I don't think we'll have another live before Christmas, but we'll have loads more updates. And Trudy, thank you so much for joining us. That was brilliant. And we'll all be glorious and glamorous for our Christmas parties now. Thanks everyone. Have a lovely Christmas if we're not talking to you again. Bye bye.